The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
So nervous and happy I could cry.
I can be lonely, lonely. You don't really want me, do ya? And you could've told me, but I seen that right through ya. I ain't the one, I ain't the one. No, I'm not one of them. I peep what you want. You think that I'm dumb, but I see the plan. You're looking for a way out, trying to get paid out, ain't ya? But since you wanna play now, stay out. I'll play the game right with ya. I don't need no one, I'm fine alone. I'm good on my own, now you acting tough, putting up a front. That's just how it goes. I can be lonely, lonely. I can be lonely, lonely, yeah.
As always, you can only give them so much. Go stream Lonely now. All links will be in the description.
Right
Perfect
now.
way to intro. Reach the people with Darius Sanders, season 2, man. Again, to my subscribers and to my supporters, thank y'all for tuning in through everything we've been through, man. Season 2, we're doing it special. So for our first female artist of season 2, we had to change it up, do something very, very special for a very, very special artist. And today we have with us Shantae.
ASHAUNTÉ.
ASHAUNTÉ. So
Yes.
this is the thing, man. When you're hosting, you got to get everything out the way. You don't want somebody calling you the wrong name for a host. So ASHAUNTÉ, literally,
ASHAUNTÉ.
do people say is that your real name? Or are you trying to be like Ashanti?
No, it is
They
my
don't
real name.
do people believe it's your real name though when you tell them that's your artist name?
No.
No,
They're
they don't believe
you're,
it.
You're kidding.
That's what I'm saying. So okay,
No, that's my
That's
real
your
name.
God-given name.
There's an accent on the E, says ASHAUNTÉ. It's not ASHAUNTÉ.
ASHAUNTÉ.
Yes.
ASHAUNTÉ.
Yeah, and no
What is
one-
that? What does that mean? That's like in a different language. It's like ASHAUNTÉ.
Oh,
That
well,
means
I
like
know
something.
it's a greeting when you say it a
Yeah.
certain way. Italian or French?
I think it's French.
French.
That's
yeah.
fire. You got a French name.
Yeah.
Are you French? Where are you from?
I'm not French. I was born in Kansas.
You were born in
I was
Kansas.
born in Kansas. Yeah.
I guess you could never tell. I don't know. That accent, you don't have no Kansas accent. Well, I don't know what a Kansas accent sounds like,
I don't.
but I would never guess Kansas though.
No, but I was raised in Texas, so I claim Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I say I'm from Texas.
So who is ASHAUNTÉ in her own words? Like, who are you as an artist or as a person? Like, who are you?
I'm an artist in all shapes, ways, and
Mm-hmm.
forms. Yeah. I like to paint. I've made rugs. I've made clothes. I've been a model. I make my own nails. Got
Okay.
a little nail business, little press on nail. Like, I just love to do art. Right now, the focus is music. Always wanted to do music, and I'm going really strong in it right now.
Since you're multi-talented, why is it music that you have now decided to put all your energy toward? Or was that the plan from the beginning and you use those other avenues to maybe get money to support it? Because this is what we're also going to get into. Another homie brought up to me the other day, the dream of an artist, how affordable is it? Like, if you work a 9-to-5 job, you only get paid 13 times a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is that? How are you supposed to survive as an artist if you're not trapping, if you're not doing all these other, for real, if you're not doing all these other things?
No, it's a
So,
struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But first, yeah, okay. So why the music? Why now?
It's the most fulfilling to me, honestly. I love to paint and create anything physically, but like making music and releasing it out to the world, it just means so much to me.
Mhm.
Because music has healed me
Has
many
it?
times, and I think a lot of people
Talk about
say
that though. So when you're talking about like when you're a kid, when you're on the bus or in the car on the way to school, like really like you don't know how to put it in words, but the person on the song, they already did it for you.
Yeah, and it's
That's
just
how you
exactly
felt.
what you need to hear.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had a lot of moments like that. It
So
just
you
really
want to be
speaks
people's
me.
therapist
Yeah, in
through
a
the
way,
music.
or just to vibe out.
To vibe out.
Make you feel
That's therapy
good.
though.
Yeah.
Like it's music therapy, literally.
Yeah.
Like as far as vibe goes, I'd hate to make comparisons, but only in this aspect. Janae Aiko, she's very positive. She has an intention of how she wants people to feel when they listen to her music,
Mhm.
and that's something that you just said. Like, I want them to just vibe out, to
Yeah.
just relax, to kind of take a break from whatever they're going through at that time.
Yeah, or like whatever it needs, whatever you need it to be in that moment. Like I just want it I want to be able to do that for people.
What makes you want to do that though? What's your biggest inspiration in music? Because you may be just artistically talented or inclined, but as far as music, where do you draw inspiration from, or maybe other artists that you've drawn inspiration from in the past?
Oh my goodness, I draw inspiration from Doja Cat.
Okay, do you really?
I love Doja Cat.
Tell me why
I'm like,
though,
couldn't wait
because
to say
I'm
that.
kind
I
of
love her.
yeah. I want you to say it because you're gonna get a Doja Cat feature. So
I
I'm not
will.
gonna speak crazy about her, but I don't get her aesthetic. Explain it to me. What is what is
Doja
because
Cat is just a superstar, like a pop star, and she bends genres.
I feel like she
pop,
came
she's
out of
rap.
nowhere to me. That's just to me.
A lot of people can say that. I have been following her for a really
And
long
has her
time,
style always
so.
been this super pop, or what was it? I don't
I
even
think it's
listen
just
to
she's
enough
got
to
a
know.
bigger budget now, so
So
it
she
looks
got
a
signed
little
and
nicer
now-
to people.
okay.
But she has, she's always been this way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's
I just want to be like that big and extravagant, have my team styling me.
Mhm.
Like her stylist does amazing. The wigs, the makeup, to the outfit, the shoes, like.
Mhm.
And so I'm building my team right now. I have a makeup artist. I have a personal designer. I just went to
okay.
the fabric
Like for
store.
set design or just for everything?
For like right
Just
now, just like what
attire.
what I have on. Yeah.
Okay.
I went to the fabric store with her yesterday because we're trying to just.
So you're hands on
build-
with it. It's not like sending a personal shopper to go get it. You're going with her to the fabric
Yes,
store
this
to
time-
feel stuff, to compare things, because it
Yeah.
really matters. The
Yeah.
whole thing matters to you. Okay.
Yeah, the first time she designed something for me, I didn't go with her to do any of that. I just
Did it
told
turn
her-
out bad?
No, I love
No?
it. I love
Okay.
it. But I just was like, if I want her to do exactly what I want, like I need to
You
be
need to
there
be
with
there.
her, pick out the fabric, the color, the texture. So, because I'm kind of specific with
Mhm.
the look that I'm going for.
I kind of
So-
got that by seeing the behind the scenes footage of Lonely, which is the latest release that you have out, which we will get to.
Yes.
But let's talk about the set design for the video first. Like, because
It was so
you
fun.
you have cosmetics on, like fake blood,
Mhm.
different things like that. What went into the process of the treatment of the video?
Excuse me, sorry.
Because I feel like it was inspired by you a lot. Now hearing you speak, I originally would have thought, oh, the videographer did a treatment and brought it to her, but now
No.
it was probably your idea.
We brought it to him, actually.
And he
So-
said, "This is what I want."
Yeah, one of my closest friends, Atlantis, is my creative director, visual design guy,
Okay.
and then Alex, who is my manager, also had her input on this. We all got together to plan out what scenes we wanted for each part of the song. The look of it, the outfits, the blood, like the makeup, and we presented that to the videographer.
What did he say?
So
He
the
was probably
first
amazed, like,
video-
"Wow, my job's so easy
yes,
today."
exactly. The first video, we
gotta
had
pay him less.
We had him.
No, I'm just kidding. That's messed up.
We
I'm
had-
just kidding, bro. I'm a videographer too. Don't do that.
I'm dead. No, we had him do the treatment for the first go around of With You that
Mhm.
release in March. But for this one, because this song is so special to me, I wrote it in 2020
Okay.
and I recorded it in 2021
Mm-hmm.
and finally made the video in 2022. So like
Okay.
it's a long time coming, and I was like, I really want it to come out exactly how I want, because I've been having it in the vault for so long.
Yeah.
So he did amazing. Carlo, shout out to Carlo.
Shout out Carlo,
Shout
bro.
out Carlo. Yes, it was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
We actually filmed in Alex's backyard.
So y'all got creative with it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna just use what we already have. We already have the idea. Let's just do it now.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna ask you, what does Lonely mean to you as far as the song goes? And I kind of got some hints because you said you wrote it 3 years ago, right? You wrote it
In
2 years
2020,
ago. Oh,
like,
my bad. 2 years
December
ago.
of 2020. It was like
So
the very
where was your
end.
mindset, or paint a picture of what your life looked like when you wrote that song?
Okay, so the thing about the songs that I've written, when I was going through all the heartbreak that I went through, I didn't actually get to record music. I didn't get to make anything.
Why is that? Just because of life, or you weren't even making music like that?
I wasn't
back
making
then?
music then,
Okay.
and like I wasn't at a point where like I even knew anybody or knew where to start. So I'm going through this and not making music. And
So were you just putting it into art and different other things?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what you were doing?
When I was painting at that time, so I was putting it into my painting. But when
Okay.
I did, finally get to start making music, I was like, I have been through this, so I'm not writing on something that I haven't experienced. And so at that time when I wrote that song, I was not heartbroken. I was in a happy relationship. So it was just, the beat really made me feel that. The beat is literally called Lonely. Like,
so you said,
the producer named it Lonely. So I was like,
the producers be knowing what they doing. They know.
Exactly. I don't know how they know, but they do it right every time. They catch the vibe and name the song.
Because they be locked in.
They be locked in with their own craft. It's really impressive. But I just got really inspired by the beat, by the title of the beat, and I just channeled that.
Okay.
Past experience.
You should be proud of that, because I talked to an artist about remaining relatable. I said, you're relatable now, but when you're up, it might not be the case.
Right.
But the power is in still being able to tap back into that.
Yeah.
Like you said, I was heartbroken 2 years ago.
Right.
Fast forward, I can still tap into that feeling and put that into music.
Yes.
I feel like that's harder than going through it. Or maybe because you have perspective. Maybe that's what it is. And maybe if you were going through that, it might not have came out. The song might not have came out as good as it is now.
Yeah, like you can think about it in hindsight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire to me.
Yeah.
I did not know all this about Lonely. So the song's out, single. What else do you have in the works as far as music goes?
Well, I have an EP that's coming out at the end of the summer.
Are these management decisions as far as when you drop, what to drop? Because EP, mixtape, like a long form, like how are y'all doing it strategic wise? You don't gotta give up all the sauce, but what goes into your mindset? Like, I kind of want to make him wait. You want to go young boy route where he's just giving them music every day?
Well, I definitely don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
Yeah. Well, it's really, I do write my own music.
Okay.
And I've been in a creative block with writing, simply because I want to change my genre.
To what?
I'm right now. What I've released is R&B and alternative R&B, but I want to go into house and EDM, or just like strictly.
That's actually fire.
Yeah, in the vault is some EDM.
Have you seen all these videos? That's like a trend nowadays, where they'll be like 3 days without listening to rap, and they just listen to straight house music. Like a lot of rap heads like me, or just honestly black people, or any people that listen to rap consistently, they're like making TikToks being like, this is my week not listening to rap, and they just switch straight to house, and they like love house music. Why do you think there's such a big well, I'm here to tell you, like, for real, like everybody is jumping on that wave, not on the wave, but they're like discovering and be like, bro, this is like vibes. I heard somebody say, and then actually I think it was Joe Budden, he said pretty much rap, honestly, and you're not really in that lane, but like hip hop, like that's not really where you're gonna get a lot of emotion out of. Like, that's the story from rags to riches, but other genres are like disenfranchised. Like, you've been hurt, you've been through different things. Like, rap is all about, I came from nothing, now I have something, now I'm just flexing. Even though people can make it inspirational, but other genres, even like rock, like they're really coming from a place of feeling misunderstood as a person.
Yeah.
And more people can resonate with that.
Yeah.
How do you think your number one fan, like if they were there, if they were here, or if I asked them on the street, how would they describe your sound? Like if I said,
my number one fan is here.
Okay.
Yeah, she's here.
So what does she consistently say? Or just take her place for a second, because I want to know what you think the perception of your sound is, or what you think the real definition of your sound is, because your number one fan should know that, because she's tuned in with your aesthetic, your look, your message, where you want to go with music.
Yeah.
Or you can explain it in your own words.
Man, that's hard, because I really don't want to like be put, I don't want to be labeled, I don't want to be put in a box. Like, I really want to just create my own lane of a sound.
Okay.
So like I want it to be every genre ever. Like, I'll make country music, I'll make I want to do screamo, honestly.
You want to do screamo?
I want to scream. I know that.
Can you do it?
I have never tried, but I'm just like, I know it's probably not
you
the
can
best
try
for
it
my
on the
vocal.
podcast if you want.
No.
I'm just gonna take the headphones off.
No, I've never tried, and I know it's not the best for your vocal cords, but like I really
they're
just
like trained though.
I want to be in every lane, and
Okay.
I just want everyone to just feel it, feel the emotion, feel the passion, feel the fun
genre.
if it's
Okay.
fun, feel the fun, feel the crazy, feel the angry, like just whatever it is.
I'm glad you said you want to do everything, because another thing that I want to touch on is a lot of people that are successful harp on If you want to be great, you have to do one thing. And I've been talking to a lot of my friends about this, and I'm just like, I can't come to grips with that because I feel like I've been called to do a lot of different things. And then listening to their advice, I feel like I'm wasting time or I'm not doing it the right way.
Yeah.
Your mindset is not that you're going to focus on one thing, but you're actually going to focus on everything that you want to do.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's the best route, and why do you feel like that?
Well, for me personally, I feel like that's the best route. I have had a lot of people tell me that exact same thing. Like, you can't have all your hands in all these different pots. Like, you can't be a clothing designer and a painter and this and that.
But there's so many people in history that literally did it, though.
Exactly. And I'm just like, what? I focus on doing things that I love. I have a tattoo on my neck. It says, "Do what you love." I got it when I dropped out of college.
You dropped out? So where'd you go?
I was at Texas State.
You went to TSU?
No.
Or Texas State?
Yeah, Texas
my
State.
bad. Yeah, you're right. What's good, bro?
I was at Texas State. I went there for 2 years and I dropped out. I was studying anthropology. I wanted to be a crime scene investigator.
Do you got to go do anthropology? Oh, because you got to know how to...
well, there's forensic anthropology, which is specific, but anthropology is just like the study of humans in general. So you could go into
whatever
marketing, like anything.
So what made you drop out? What's the decision?
It wasn't.
Don't say it wasn't for me. Everybody says it wasn't for you.
I wasn't going to say that.
Okay.
I
what were you
wasn't
going to
say that. I was very sad there. And
wow.
I'm really just not into studies like that. Like, I'm into art, and I didn't want to go to school for art. I didn't want that structure.
Okay.
So I'm like, I can go get this experience in the real world, something that makes me happy. I had been in my first fashion shows.
In college.
In college, and I was like, this is something that I want to do, and I want to be back home in Dallas, like, with these people that are, like, creating the space for me, because I wasn't even in the
in any type of scene, or
I went
no
to
team
college.
or nothing.
I didn't know anybody in the scene right now before I went to college. And so while I was there and I got invited to do all these things and be a part of these things, I was like, I need to go back home and I need to really dive into this.
In college, how were you building up your portfolio? Because I'm guessing they were seeing you, reaching out to you. What were some of the things you were doing on your own that were bringing eyes to what you had going on?
I was painting very heavily back then. So, like, a lot of
People knew you
have
from that?
my art in their dorm rooms,
That's
in
fire.
their apartments.
That's a good marketing. They're going to be like, I have this.
Yeah.
She's so famous
Keep
now.
it forever.
She used to be my roommate. I promise you. Nobody's going to believe them.
I used to be on Instagram a lot, just trying to be an Instagram baddie.
Yeah.
So people are like, I want you to model my clothes.
Well,
I want you to promote my stuff. So
yeah.
that's what really got me into it. And I moved back home, got a tattoo on my neck, says "Do what you love," and I cried when I got it, because I was like, I will never not do something that I love, like, ever again. If I'm not happy, I'm out of there. And I was not happy at college.
What the parents say? I always go to that, because at that time we were still kids. Like, was there any pushback that you had to just put your foot down, or were they totally with you?
No, my mom has been supportive of me in anything that I choose to do, as long as I'm happy and healthy and, always being good to everybody else. So she was very supportive. Took me back in, moved back home, like, got back on my feet again.
Yeah.
So shout out to my mom.
I think that helps having like a network, or just like a baseline of people that don't make you feel pressure. Like, you didn't feel the pressure to, let's say, endure it and then get the degree, be in debt, and not actually want to live that life.
Right.
You knew that your environment was conducive to you changing your mind, and you move that way. And I think that mindset is going to continue when you build a team. Yes. Everybody that I see on your team, you're very comfortable with. They know you very well.
Love my team.
And I would assume that's going to keep being the case. But as you get bigger, there's going to be people you encounter that are going to kind of be like, I don't know if I really want to be around this person, but you got to do business. What have you seen so far since you stepped into this new role as an artist that are some pet peeves that are kind of just like normalized?
Oh my goodness. A lot of people are not, like, respective of your time. So you're making plans to do a studio session or a photo shoot, and they're late, or they're not even talking to you that whole day. Yeah. And then it's just like, canceled.
What's going on?
That is my biggest pet peeve right now.
People are canceling sessions on you?
Yeah, or, like, the day comes and they don't even answer. And I'm just like, that's why I'm really trying to get my own studio set up and learn how to do it myself.
You be in the house.
Yes. And then I can get a little more like experimentative.
Yeah.
At home.
You're gonna do that screaming stuff. Russ said that when he was in the basement in New York, he would just be. He said, "Do the most outlandish stuff and see what works." No one's gonna hear it. No one's there.
Yeah.
So that house setup is gonna be a move.
So that's really I'm so excited to do that. I'm moving in a month, so giving myself this little time frame, buying all the equipment,
everything
that I need, and I've got people around that are gonna come help you how to do it. So, but that's my biggest pet peeve is just like I'm trying to get things done, and if I could do it myself I would. But I really like to work with people, and I really like to just have include my friends and everything too. So who's on your hit list of collaborations? Oh my god. I thought you were gonna say who's on your hit list for doing that to you.
No. I when I was writing that question, I'm like, should I say hit list? That's not like any type of violence or anything. Do not strike the video. Who's on your list to collaborate with in Dallas and then in general? Because people will see this. They are going to see it. And I want artists to put on wax who they want to do stuff with, because you look back, like, stuff is so crazy. Like, you can look back in 6 months and you can be on a huge festival. Like, life completely changed, and you're going to want to look back and say, bro, I literally said that. I had no idea that 3 months later I was on the stage with Doja Cat. Like, bro,
manifest.
Yeah, like Nas, I guarantee Lil Nas X was probably like, bro, he did not know that his life was gonna get turned up.
No.
So who are some of the people that you feel comfortable saying, nah, this person day hard, I definitely want to do something with them?
Okay, well, obviously Alex Irish.
Yeah.
That's a given.
Y'all have music together though that y'all preview, but why haven't y'all put it out? Y'all gonna do a whole tape?
Well.
No.
Okay, maybe. So we started making music together before we were even like involved.
Yeah.
I will say that. So it's not a biased thing. She was at the time the only person that I was like, yeah, she's on my wave. Like, she understands. Like,
that's real love, because now you know.
She's got like the work ethic and everything.
Mm-hmm. So and the connections. I can't say that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So before we were even talking, we made a song together, and it was just like the greatest thing in the world to me at the time. I was like, I love working with you. And but so we've gotten a few more songs together since then. I really enjoy working with her. So she just has no music out right now herself. Like, she has one feature out, but she put herself on the back burner for now, and it's just been all about me. Love her to death.
So. And what about the other people that you actively listen to or may have even grown up admiring or wanting to be like? I hate to put it like that. Be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be like nobody. You want to be like yourself. But y'all get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Like you're talking about like celebrities.
Yeah, I guess if you can, you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm being very
people
careful.
That are just already like
mainstream artists.
Yes.
Signed. Doja.
I love Doja. Like, that's my favorite artist in the world. Party Next Door.
They say he's a great songwriter too, so that's good songs. It would be
a
crazy
dream to work with him.
Have you ever seen videos of him freestyling?
No.
That is what you should look up. Actually, because that's gonna make you more like appreciative of like, no, this man is like he's so smart. Yeah. That's what I can say.
And I
like,
already know that, so like I feel like,
bro, he was doing videos on Instagram Live just freestyling to actual beats, actually saying something. I'm like, honestly, this song, if it was written, would be amazing. And the fact that you were able to do that just off the top, like, you're like that. Like, you're like that. Literally. Like, that's all I got to say. Like,
yes, I love
so
him.
That'll be hard.
That was the first concert I ever
I'll be excited for that.
It was Party Next Door.
I'll be excited for all of them. But that's going to be crazy. You got some good people then.
I know. I love Party Next Door. I love Doja Cat. I love Cannons. Have you heard of Cannons? It's an alternative group. The Marias, alternative. K Tronada, electronic.
So it's all in different genres. You have people in every single place that you want to tap in with.
Yeah.
That you will tap in with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And that's going to get your music out there to a lot more fans too.
Yeah. I don't want to be stuck in R&B. That's what I'm releasing right now, and I love it, but I want to just be everything under the sun, everything under the sun.
Okay.
So, I mean, I love SZA, her, Summer Walker, you know, love them.
Yeah.
And I would love to work with them. But there's just so much more than just R&B for me.
Yeah.
I want
Okay.
to be I want to be an alternative girl. I want to be a pop girl. I want to do like cyber pop.
I think you should just you just
bedroom
want to
pop.
be a rock star, like literally
Just a superstar.
superstar.
Yeah.
So taking all those artists into mind, when you are in the room with them, or even now, what makes you different as an artist? Because I think every artist they have it. Maybe they don't know how to say it, but their fans know it.
Yeah.
Like there has to be, like in the marketplace, if I put a product out, it has to be at least slightly different, not even a lot or whatever, to differentiate it from everyone else. It's something that is unique to them. What do you feel like you have that is unique that no one else has? And it's not like downplaying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? What do you think?
That is really a hard question. It really is, because I sat and I thought about this before too.
You did?
I sat.
Because it's
about it
you.
last
You be
week.
thinking like, if I'm really gonna make it, bro, I need to have. You know, it's I be like, I gotta have something. You know, you gotta have some type of competitive advantage.
Right. I guess I would say, from what I've seen, anyways, is that, you know, everyone wants to be versatile, but they're not actually doing it. And I feel like I'm actually gonna do it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't have all of that music out right now, but it's going to come out.
Okay.
And this is what I've seen anyways. You know, everyone doesn't want to be put in a box and be labeled, but, you know, as a consumer, as you know, listening, it all does sound the same, or it's all in the same genre.
Yeah.
And I feel like I just want to break out and be that person who, like, is actually putting out music that is in this genre and in this opposite genre. Like I said, screamo and R&B. Or if you just put them all into one lane,
That could
like,
sound fire.
I'll create a whole new genre for everybody to enjoy.
For real.
Yeah.
Imagine when you look back on your career, they're like, they say like the founder of a genre.
I would love
Would
to
that
be
would that mean more to you than like all the accolades and stuff like that? Any awards? Because it's like that is impact forever,
Yeah.
for life.
Yeah. That would
Like
mean
how they
more to
call
me than
Michael Jackson the
anything.
king of pop. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's something that's like influential to even Drake to this day. Like if
Yeah.
I get on stage dancing, even Chris Brown, like one of the top performers, like you got to channel Michael.
Yeah.
So you, through your music and the way you're gonna pay for other people, like you might have people looking up to you, being like, "Wow, she really started this."
Yeah.
And having that in mind now, that's
I
just
would love
thinking
to do
big.
that. I would love to do
That's
that,
gonna be
and
hard.
not just like even one
Just-
thing I created.
yeah.
Just like a bunch of different lanes that I opened up that people can, you know, fall into as well.
How did you get the playlist placement? Because I want to talk about major playlisting. A lot of artists hit me up. So like the editorial playlist, or like the playlist that people just make and host on Spotify or Apple Music. I know that that's one of the major ways, especially like editorials like Rap Caviar and things that are really big.
Yeah.
Getting in those playlists can turn you into superstar overnight because they have millions and millions of listeners and different things. So artists, how can they go about? That's why I want you to explain how it happened, so they can know a route that they can take to go about getting their music in playlists. Because this is a request I get all the time.
Yeah.
Russ, help me, bro. I need to get my song in the playlist, bro. So how did you do it?
Definitely. So I will have to say shout out to Carly Bearden on that.
Okay.
She's an artist in Dallas. Fort Worth, actually. She's signed already. And I started working with her with my social media and my marketing and stuff. And you just have to email people.
So how did you
And
even find out about her?
so-
So because she was already associated with the marketing and everything.
She came to my first music video shoot just to look, you know, just to watch, just to meet me, see who I am. I hired her band to be
Open
in my
up,
music
okay, be
video.
in there.
So
I was saying,
that's where I
somebody's
met
playing
her.
drums in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I met her. She showed up for me for that.
Okay.
Since then, I worked with her on just creating me as a brand and
Okay.
reaching out to different people, her giving me her resources for me to use. So basically just emailing different playlists that people curate themselves. I haven't gotten into any of the bigger playlists because that's something that like you pitch when you release, and I'm only just starting out. They're not really seeing my stuff just yet, but very soon.
No, for sure.
But basically you just email, like you could literally type in @gmail.com on Spotify. All of these playlists pop up, and in their little bio is like email for submission. And these are like paid placements. So,
okay.
you know, $25 for a month, $35 for a month kind of thing. So, and it has shown to help a lot. Like these playlists have 30,000 likes.
Yeah.
So, my first song With You is up almost 9,000 streams.
Yeah.
Spotify. And Lonely that I just dropped last Friday
7,
is
8.
3,000.
I thought I
streams.
also looked at some other metrics. Okay, cool.
Well, that was for With You. That
Okay,
was 8,000 something. It's like 8,700 right now, so it's almost up to 9,000.
But the numbers you're talking about was like in the first week though. That was you had in the first couple of days. I feel like you had just released it.
Yeah, it's doing really well.
That's
Like
good.
the placements are like, if
They're working.
If you're gonna do anything, pay for any promotion, like pay for those placements on the playlist. Definitely help a lot. So they've gotten me from, I'll tell you how much it helps. Literally last month, at the beginning of the month, I had like 18 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Yeah.
Today, I'm at 3,322 monthly listeners.
I'm
on
not good at
Spotify.
math. I wish I could do the percentage, but that's over like 200, 300%.
It's been crazy. Every day it's up. It was going up every day by 100, and now it's going up every day 200, 300 more listeners.
Wow.
So it's like I've cried about it.
How does that feel
It
to
feels-
actually see your work pay off?
It feels really good. Like, I don't want to be someone who gets so tied down in the numbers of things, but like that is a big deal. Like
Yeah.
from going 18 to 3,000.
Yeah.
Like, who are y'all? Come talk to me. Like,
imagine
come say hi.
3,000 people in here.
Right. Yeah. I would just cry. Because I'll cry right now thinking about it.
Like you would be like, bro.
My eyes are watering.
Even 18 people too. 18 people
18
lined up
is
in
a
a
lot.
in a single file line to say to you like, I
18
love
is still a
I
lot.
like your song, instead of like them actually lining up and having
Yeah.
having a great 18 people. Now imagine 3,000.
Yeah.
Now imagine 100,000.
Exactly.
A million.
I was happy
Like-
for 18 too. Don't get me wrong. I was happy for 18.
So you had gratitude even then. It wasn't
Yeah.
you didn't look down on yourself or anything like
No.
that. Because even for me, like doing content and different things, like it's not about the numbers, but we just want to be heard. Like, what's the point? Like this, I'm just speaking for me. What is the point, bro? Because like, and all artists can relate, and content creators, what is the point? Y'all know how many hours we put into these videos. Y'all know how many hours we put into this editing, treatments. Y'all know how many hours we had to take to hone our skill, how much money, and that's the last thing.
Right.
All the equipment, everything, but to not be heard, that's what it really hurts. It's just like, you feel like your message is good enough.
Yeah.
And sometimes we take the low views as it wasn't good enough because we see something else that's like, what is this? And it's boosted.
getting all the
Does that not
attention.
affect you at all? I'm just now getting to the point where it actually doesn't. But that's come with a lot of time. But for you, I feel like
have reached the point where it doesn't bother me.
How long did that take from when you first started out? Because your growth is kind of pretty fast.
Well, I will say that it only
1 month?
affected me before I was making music. I cared
Oh.
about how many views and likes this person
Yeah.
was getting. But like, I've really just like focused on myself in this personal journey of dropping music, and I haven't like compared myself
To anyone else.
what everyone else is doing. Like, I've got my audience, and they've got their
Yes,
audience, and
you're right.
sometimes they like, we have the same audience, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, all they have to do is hear it. You know, they have to see it. And when they do, they'll like it.
Yeah.
Is what I think anyways. That's how much I believe in myself. Sometimes I just take it as they didn't see it yet. They didn't hear it yet.
They didn't hear it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good mindset to have, even as anything in life. Like, sometimes you might be yelling, but they're just too far away. They can't hear you yet, bro. They can't
Exactly.
see you yet. But
Yeah.
I feel like we always chalk it up to, it's just, what am I doing wrong? That's the first thing I'd be like,
Right.
what did
And
I
it
do
gets
wrong,
you
bro?
down.
This edit is terrible now in my head. But whole time, the edit is fine. And another thing I have learned to help content creators, I just want to put this out as a piece of advice. Put it out everywhere. Because I'll be seeing certain platforms, you can flop, and then on another platform, it's booming.
Definitely.
So you got to really like just test the system.
Yeah.
Like, even let's take it to another, like, because I'm going to get into how important do you feel like content is for your viewers and supporters to feel like they know you, because that's when things get really special. So content, like songs, she's going to be trying different genres. That's basically like if it's a puzzle, you're trying to figure out the game as far as how to win. Definitely. So all this content you're putting out, different platforms, different times, different links, different everything, so you can see, bro, it's gonna hit. It's, don't chalk it up to you are not good enough. That's automatically, bro, this edit sucks now.
Yeah, because
but no, your horizon is so small. Broaden it out and you'll see you got them.
Yeah, and it's different people on different platforms that are sharing stuff. So then you're getting different audience from them. So I think that's a big part of it too. I've been trying to post more on all my socials because it was just mainly Instagram for a while. But now I'm like moving my stuff to Twitter and Snapchat and TikTok because all of that also goes into when people search you on Google, they search
SEO.
your name, then they're seeing your Twitter, your not your Snapchat, but they're seeing your Instagram.
They're seeing OnlyFans, Snapchat, like I don't think we can accept you for this position, but thanks for applying. It's like, what happened? You search up your name.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I'm working on right now is just making sure that I am like a notable person. When you're searching me on Google, then you're seeing who I am and what I do, you know. And honestly, when you search me on Google and you click on the music tab, it's only me. So I'm really proud of that right now. Like I said, no one has my name on
you need
the
to trademark
streaming
that
platforms.
ASAP. That's fire. No, that's fire.
No one has my name.
And you won't have to go through any hurdles. It's really my name.
Yeah. Because that was one thing I was navigating, if I should be Ash when I drop music, just ASH, or just my full name. So
you got to go with the full name.
The full name.
I'm glad you mentioned that, especially since like my show like has my whole name in it. And I transitioned from doing a host-based podcast in my mind, relying on other people to believe in my dream as much as me, to doing what Joe Budden, Joe Rogan, different people have done, and put that pressure on myself. The reach the people with Darius Sanders, Joe Rogan experience, like it's me. And as far as SEO goes, like me, a lot of people do know, if you know me personally, I plan to be an entertainment attorney, so applying to law schools and different things, and it's like you write these personal statements and you tell them like what you do and how it's relevant to the field you're trying to go in, and I always tie it into like the work I do in media and stuff like that. And I was really thinking, honestly, the reason why I revamped the podcast and did season 2 was for law school, because I didn't want people, it's so selfish, it's a pride thing. Like when people ask me like, Russ, like what you been up to, I always took that as like I haven't been working enough, because y'all should know, if Elon Musk walks in here right now, I'm not going to be like, Elon, what you been up to? Like I see 30,000 Teslas every day. I know what you've been up to. Yeah. So I took that as they're constantly asking me. I want all these positions, when they look up Darius Sanders, to see for themselves, even for a simple Google search. Now it is that. Like I pictured in my mind, I want my mom in her crib when she's in the kitchen cooking, TV's all the way over there, just to be like, hey, play Darius Sanders podcast, like for her to be able to say her son's name and for it to easily pop up, or even all these people that will be looking at you if you're trying to pursue something else. And that really changed my mindset. Like you are a brand, like make it on you. And with that, I think that's really fire. Like I know what it looks like to like type your name in and see like, bro, it's there. Yeah. Before I would type it up, there's so many people, NBA players and all this other stuff. Maybe it's because I typed it in so many times. It's automatically pulling my stuff up. But I'm like, that shows that I'm doing something right. Because like YouTube, it's a search-based thing. Like they search in how to do something, the most relevant thing's going to pop up. You searching your name, you're the most relevant thing that pops up. Yes. Why is that? Because they're seeing growth, they're seeing different things, and I think that's really fire. Would you ever, actually, So since Lonely is doing so well, do you feel any pressure to follow that up? Because in a major label setting, and I'm going to ask you, would you ever sign? And if not, what are your reservations? But there will be pressure to, you're great, but it's always the what can you do for me now mentality.
Right.
Do you
Yeah.
have any even underlying small, like, bruh, like, do you think you'll be sad if, let's say, the next song you put out doesn't do as well?
I don't think I would be sad. I will say that when I wrote Lonely, I didn't think I could write a better song. I was like, man, like, how can I even top this? I'm stuck. Then I wrote With You, released that. That was my favorite song over Lonely.
So you see it just changes over
Yes,
time.
and so, you know, the songs that I have coming out in this EP, which Lonely will be on the EP also, there's a song on there that's better than Lonely in my opinion. And other people have said the same thing, that they love that song. I can't wait for everyone to hear it. But
give us the name at least when you drop the snippet so they can take it. Because I'm going to have you play some unreleased music for the outro.
Okay. I'll think about it.
Okay.
I wasn't planning on doing any unreleased.
Management. Or something. We can outro to something that's already
play
released.
With You.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But I feel like I have felt that pressure before, that I wouldn't do anything better than what I've done already. But with me wanting to do every other genre, like, I have a house song that I like better than Lonely too. I love Lonely. I don't want to downplay Lonely. I love it so much. That is my first song that I ever even recorded. So, but I feel like I have a lot to offer to a label if they ask me what else I can do for them.
Would you sign to a label? And what would you need to sign? What needs to be included for you?
Well, I want to make sure that I can be as creative as I want to be, and not really have to hold back on dropping things when I want to, because I know that there's like an agenda that people have to stick to when they sign sometimes, or there's a song that you wrote 7 years ago that your label won't let you drop still, kind of thing. So I just want to make sure that I have that creative freedom, and as versatile as I want to be, I want to make sure that they let me do that. I've never thought about the numbers and the money for a deal, like, because I want to be independent for as long as possible.
Okay, so you want to go that route? I
do. I would love to just be independent, and I know that with the backing of a label, you could reach a bigger audience, but I'm going up at a very comfortable pace for myself right now, and I'm still able to do what I want. Like, I'm getting the numbers not necessarily on my own, but with my team that I chose, and I love that so much. My team is only growing, and so if I could just keep that up, and I don't really care to be signed, but I think it would be cool as long as they let me be me. So.
Yeah, because even for me, it's like, okay, cool. You don't want to be signed, but it's like, at the end of the day, like, even for me, like, okay, I want to go into business for myself. I am in business for myself, but I still want to work for some of these labels just to say I did it. Like, I can't, like, I'm just a music industry person. Like, I want to work in Atlantic. Like, I want to experience some of that stuff that they experience too. But now I'm seeing that sometimes people can still experience the same things without being signed.
Yeah.
How did you come to that realization?
I came to it a long time ago.
Of the power of being independent. Before you were even making music, because it sounds you have a conviction now, so it didn't just start.
No, it was something that I always kind of like researched a little bit. You know, artists who are signed and artists who aren't, and like the actual like meaning behind being signed. Like, they're giving you a loan. Yeah. To, you know, for the studio time, for the promotion and production and all that stuff, and all your work, you got to pay them back first. Before you get your money. And money is not that big of a deal to me, but I like the pressure of having to pay something back to somebody. I don't want that on me. And I just want to be free and be happy to do all my own stuff. And then I learned that, like, they really do take creative control sometimes. Yeah. Most times. And I don't want that either. Like, that's why I left the structure of college, not taking art, like majoring in art, because I didn't want that structure there. Like I just want to be free to be a creative. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be boxed in literally, like as far
Literally,
as feeling
don't
like
want
I
that.
can't really move how I want to move, because
Yeah.
then that would be counterintuitive. It's like, let's say I got all the money, but bro, now I feel like I don't even want to make music. That's what they be saying, like, bro,
Yeah.
y'all are making me not want to make music, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this is not fun anymore, bro. I talked to somebody the other day about deals, and we were talking about an artist. He signed a deal for 6 albums over the course of 5 years, and he gave his label 30. And they didn't classify all those 30 as albums. They only classified like 4 or 3 to keep him on his contract longer.
Oh my gosh.
All those works are going to be mixtapes. Yeah, we're not considered as album. And that's the biggest artist, male artist right now, I would say NBA Youngboy. And even with that type of leverage, they'll just use it. And so you got to already know how talented I am. I don't know if I want y'all to get that close to that.
Yeah.
What if you were able to bring your team with you? What would that look like?
I
Would
would-
y'all start your own thing?
I would
Would you
love to
partner
bring my
with somebody? Because eventually, I think you can do it without it, but you would probably want, especially with your range, you would want your stuff to be featured on commercials, video games,
Yeah.
movies,
Movies, TV
yeah,
shows,
stuff
all
like that.
Yeah, I really feel like it's possible to do anything big like that
On your own?
without a label.
With your team? Okay.
Yeah, it just takes connections, literally,
Mm-hmm.
knowing the right people. So I feel like with my team, and it keeps growing, like everyone has their own little connections, and
Yeah.
we're all using our resources like together. So,
Yeah.
like my videographer, he was just at a cigar lounge with a guy who works for Vivo and
Yeah.
YouTube. He FaceTimed me so I could talk to him.
Exactly.
Like, that shit was crazy. And he was just telling me, he was like, this is Vivo level. Like, I want to see you signed. Beautiful work, beautiful lyrics, and just like...
That's good
he
encouragement too.
He went in depth, and I was so happy, and I almost cried. And like, I just love my team so much, and we're not selfish or stingy with
Yeah.
the resources and connections that we have. So I would love to take them with me, keep them with me, you know, let it just be us all the way to the top if we can.
That'll be fire.
Yeah.
Talking about taking them with you, when it comes to touring later in your career, what are some of the countries that you definitely want to go to that you haven't been to before?
I haven't been to any countries outside of
Really?
the United States. Like, I literally just got my passport.
Okay.
Came in the mail this week. So I want to go everywhere.
Everywhere?
Literally everywhere.
Because
I
they
wanna
say
be
you
in
get the most
Dubai.
love. Dubai.
I want to be in France. Everywhere. I want to be in the islands, you know. I want to be everywhere. So I'm happy I get to do that now. There's been some artists I know that they only blew up overseas.
Yes.
And so they're in Germany, you know, touring. They're on
Yeah.
tours, but they're not in the United States. So like,
But
their
that's
fan base is
fire,
not here.
though.
It
That's
is
exactly
fire.
what I was about to say. Most artists, just like NBA players, bro, the trashiest NBA player will leave the league and go play in China, and you will get paid accordingly. And they will literally appreciate you. That's all they want.
Yeah.
So for you, like, if that happens, that's still going to be so hard.
Yeah.
Like, the U.S., I grew up there my whole life. Cool, bro. I'm in Germany. I'm in wherever every day. Like, when your life finally gets to where you picture it, what do you think you're going to look back and say, I should have done? Or maybe I should have been in the moment more, or whatever. Like, flash forward to when you have everything you want. What do you think is some advice that you are going to be giving yourself? That's kind of a hard thing to do. But I kind of think about things like that. I'd be like, bro, when you finally get this, and this, bro, you probably should have whatever. Like, do you ever sit back and think of those things like that? Because I manifest a lot. So.
Well, I mean, I hate to sit here and say that I'm doing everything right, because
But you're doing everything
but
that you feel
I
like you should be
really am,
doing.
like, carefully thinking out everything, and
Mm-hmm.
I have help with me too to make sure I'm taking the
Yeah.
right steps. And anyone that I've talked to that is in the industry right now, they're saying you're on the right path, like you're taking the right steps, keep doing what you're doing. And I feel very comfortable in everything right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not moving too fast. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not putting out sloppy work.
Nah.
I'm putting out quality content. I'm paying people for their
Mm-hmm.
services, you know. to get fire videos, to get fire photos. I have, you know, the photo shoots that I do. So I feel like as of right now, I haven't done anything that I regret or anything that I think I could have done better. Like, I just feel like I'm doing so good and I'm so happy. And my team is doing so good with me.
You have the team in place, so now pretty much if you keep that clean slate in your head of, I know when I take inventory, when I go to sleep, I feel like I'm doing everything that I should be doing, and I haven't done the things that I feel like I should not have been doing. I didn't sacrifice. I didn't cut corners anywhere. I didn't try to speed up the process. I didn't finesse anybody. I did things the right way, and you're just believing that that same thing is going to come back to you, and I believe it too.
Yes.
That's going to be amazing.
I'm so happy with all the progress that I've made and all the people that I've had with me the whole step of the way. So it just feels really good.
What do you have to say to your fans?
I want to say thank you. Yeah, because I do get feedback. You know, people do tell me, like, this is amazing. Like, you're doing great. This is exactly what I needed to hear. The song is everything. And it means so much to me because it's reaching so many more people. Like, looking at the list of countries that my songs are being
Is that not
played
crazy?
in, it's insane.
One of my bros posted something on his thing. I was asking him, bro, Dallas isn't #1 anymore. And it's like, I'm thinking so small. Look at the countries we got. Bro, South Africa, bro. Yeah. Come on, bro. No, you can't be doubting yourself when people in South Africa, Germany, like, bro, come on. The work is paying off. Yeah. You just got to look in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool, that video you posted might not have did what you wanted, but bro, people are listening to your music in different countries. Yes. Like, they're literally resonating with it, may not even speak your language.
That was the craziest thing to see. I will say that I check my, like, Spotify for artists and Apple for artists, like, social media. So I'm looking at it every day. At first, it was, like, a few countries, which was still crazy, but, you know,
I know, United for real, States, like, Dallas, Texas, 100%.
Like United States and Canada only. And I was like, this is cool. You know, people in Toronto, hello. But now it's like,
what's up, Toronto?
Yeah. But now it's everywhere. Saudi Arabia, Czech Republic, like Dominican Republic, everybody everywhere. Just it's a long list of countries. And I was like, dang, like, how did y'all find me?
How do they find you though? Is that just, is that just the playlist? Like, how do they actually find you?
The playlist definitely helps, like I said, but I do a lot of, like, ads as well. Like, like Facebook ads.
Give them the game. You give them game.
Facebook ads, Instagram ads. I just did a Google ad, like, on YouTube. So that's going to pop up on people's stuff. So
it's going to be popping up on mine.
It's all about promotion.
I'm going to feel so proud. I'm like, usually these promotions, I'd be thinking it's fake. I actually know her.
Yeah. I just started that campaign literally last night.
So you're business minded as well. You take on that responsibility of, let me learn and implement. Not let me delegate to someone else, or let me just not even worry about it. Yeah. You focus on those type of things too, which I feel like only comes later in a lot of artists' career. Yeah. But you're tackling it now.
I want to make sure that, like, I always have control over my own self, my own music, my own journey. So, like, if I got to learn how to do the business side of it, the marketing side of it, I want to learn how to make my own beats and record myself, mix and master myself. Yeah. Because, you know, you're your own, like, worst critic, and you also know what you like best. So if you can do it all yourself, I'm just a very independent person, but, like, yeah, I definitely, like, do a lot of research on YouTube videos,
YouTube University,
about Google Panel and getting a wiki page.
Yeah.
So
how to get verified on Instagram.
Yeah.
I know. I mentioned that because that was a video that I watched a while ago, like years ago, and it was the artist talking about the wiki page. Like, he was saying, this is what I did for my stuff. So I'm like, even things that you're talking about, it's just things that I don't know. A lot of people don't know because they haven't been in the room to have the conversation, to have that connection. One of my artists was talking to me about the importance of travel. He's from Dallas, but he said he got a lot of knowledge type of things you're talking about from LA, from traveling. Do you feel like that's important for an artist to travel or as they say right now, like, be outside to actually get these connections? Go out to different places. So in having the mindset of, bro, I need to connect with people, because you never know. Your first performance, this woman just happened to see you.
Yeah.
And now look what that relationship has brought you.
Yeah.
And how many more stories are there going to be of that, like
Yeah.
that,
I do
all along
feel
your
like
career?
it's important to travel, more so to get your sound in different areas, because you can only promote so much where you're at.
You're right.
So go somewhere else and promote it there, kind of thing.
They usually love you the further you are away from home. Sad to
That
sad
is
to
what
say.
I've heard, but I'm getting a lot of love in Dallas. So shout out to Dallas. Love you guys so much. I don't want to be.
I really hope she keeps that. We're gonna do a follow-up interview in a couple months or
I don't want to
whenever.
be the person to be like,
Because
they don't show
this
no
is
love.
the first person to say that she's actually riding with y'all as an artist, because we're such a big market, but usually they don't consume. Usually, in your case, that goes down to you actually building out an organic reach following where they want to consume your music. Because in Dallas, we love to just look at stuff. Drake could come to Dallas right now. Bro, I'm finna go to the game, or I don't care. Like, we just be hyping stuff up, and then we don't actually act on it as far as purchasing or sharing or whatever. We just be
that is definitely
all
true.
over the place.
I see it all the time, but I will say that I've been shown a lot of love personally with my music.
You're blessed.
And,
That's
and
good.
my videos. So shout out to Dallas.
Shout out to all your supporters.
Sure.
Like, they're the realest.
Shout out to everybody everywhere.
I see them always sharing your stuff every day.
And I don't send my stuff anywhere for someone to post it. So I'm just like, that's true love, because I'm not like sending a DM, hey, check out my last post, check out my, because a lot of people do that to me, and that is effective.
And I still do it. I still share it too. I'm like,
it is effective to do it that way, because maybe they didn't see it the way Instagram's algorithm is now. But I will say I've never sent my stuff out for someone to post for me or to comment for me. So all of it's organic. People are doing what they want, you know, to support me and to help me out. So I really do appreciate
That's
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we got to do this. Like I said, man, this girl's gonna be big, or you're gonna be big. Like, I'm talking to them, but for real.
Thank
like,
you.
My bro who was on the podcast said earlier, like, people cannot see potential like that these days. Like, they don't. Like, you're gonna be big and it's gonna be crazy, but it's not gonna be crazy though. That's the thing about it. Like, I really got to change that, and other people too. Like, it really won't be crazy. Like, it's crazy because that's just a terminology, but like, it's really not, because how can everything you're doing not add up to the final result?
Right. Yeah.
So
and it
in
might
that case,
take time,
yeah, it's gonna take time, and you definitely seem like you have a long-term mentality. You said, I'm not putting pressure on myself. I'm doing everything I need to do right now. Other people wouldn't have that. You know, well, when am I gonna get there? You don't seem to have that. So I know your journey is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be on a, like, it's gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna be on some new type stuff. Especially like, you're gonna take over the city where you're at. That's gonna be an amazing part of your life. And then once you branch out from there, like, it's gonna be like, wow, like, my whole life is different.
I'm very excited for it. I'm a full-time artist now.
Yeah.
Like,
You can really say that.
It's been my full focus when I was employed, and now I'm fully focused on it as a full-time artist. Like, everything that I did was working for this, and now, like, I'm just living in it, you know, making sure every day that, you know,
you do something.
Yeah. So I love it.
Before we do wrap, talk about the EP one more time, because they need to know.
One more time. Well, I will say it's a heartbreak.
You can't give us any type of hint. It's a heartbreaker.
It's a heartbreak EP.
Even though you're happy right now?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Happiest I've ever been. But yeah, it's a heartbreak EP, and Lonely's on it. I don't want to give too much away, but
why?
It's R&B.
Okay.
So it's still when are
you gonna release your first Screamo song? That's what I want to know.
I need to record my first Screamo song. As soon as I move into my new apartment and get all my equipment, it's the first thing on my list. I'm ready to scream.
I want to hear I want to hear the track where you do it, because I was at a music festival like 2 weeks ago, and bro hit a scream, and he actually hit it though.
I guess
and
I
was
have
like,
to train. It can't just be.
You've been practicing. You stayed in pitch. That's impressive. When you hit it, it's like when you do those notes. People try to go for them in church, bro. If you hit it, it's all good. But if you don't, I don't know. Everything fell apart. But yeah, man, that EP, be on the lookout for that. be on the lookout for everything else. Do you plan on continuing your art though, as a part, monetizing that too, since you have a bigger following?
As far as like my
painting, yeah, like
so I paint tables for this pizza restaurant in Dallas. It's called the Pizza Guy.
So get at her for that. Like, that's what I'm trying to get into. Everything. It's not just the music. Like, you have a lot of other stuff going on too.
I've painted their tables since I was in college.
Okay.
So all their tables there at the Pizza Guy are made by me. They've got 6 more new ones.
Go give them some business.
I do my little press-on nail business, little customized
merch.
I did it to match my top today. Don't play with her. But yeah,
that's fire.
I'm into everything. Seriously, I made clothes for a little bit. Sold shirts with my face on them, and people bought them. Like,
now they'll buy the lonely tee.
Yeah, we're working on merch too right now. I just got my official logo made by a graphic designer in California.
Yeah.
So I'm all down for to support local artists. I'm trying to get all of my stuff made in Dallas. So yeah. So
all my people that's watching that are artists, producers, hit her ASAP as soon as you see this. All these episodes will be dropping later this summer 2022. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Reach the People with Darius Sanders, where we give a platform to people that's out here doing it big, making their dreams into a reality. And I really wish you the best in your career. Like, it's like not like I'm not gonna see you again. I wish you the best
in your career.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You're trying to go up, and I feel like one person has to go up so other people can go up too. Yeah. Like, let's say the roles were reversed and you were doing this and I was an artist. Like, it's the same thing. Like, I just want to be a tool, just like let's say Ellen, Oprah. Like, those are must go. Breakfast Club. People got to go on there to reach more people. Yes. That's what I want to enable artists to reach the people and spread their message. And I'm glad you took the time out to do that with us today.
I was so happy to be here. My first interview ever. So
that's why, bro, I feel like I'm blessed. I got a lot of people's first interviews, and when it's all said and done, bro, y'all will know that I got the eye for the. I didn't pick it out, but I'm saying though, that's hard. Like, it's all love. So we're gonna outro not to any unreleased music because you don't want to do it.
No unreleased music.
We're actually just gonna give her some more royalties, to With You.
With You, yes.
I just walk around like the world is Monday. Can't stop me from